What's up, everyone out there in YouTube land? This is Perry Lovewhistle, and I'm back on Zaner in Project 1999 Green. I don't know how long it's going to take for me to get this video out, but as of now, the Stonebrunt Mountains have been out for a little less than a week. The Stonebrunt Mountains are the last zone to be added to Project 1999, which means a couple of things. First of all, it means that the game really won't change from now until it merges with Blue. There are going to be some subtle changes, some major zone revamps, and some changes to a couple of the mechanics that someone who plays casually like me will never really notice. But it also means that one of the greatest mid-level weapon quests is now available. Now, I'm over-leveled for this quest, and I also have way better equipment than it provides, but I love the quest, so I'm going to do it anyway. And it's a quest in Stonebrunt Mountains, but there is one part of it that isn't available in Stonebrunt Mountains, and it's the Asp Venom Sac. So if you want to get a really good sword for your melee character, start out in the Desert of Ro. No, I'm in the Northern Desert of Ro. The Cistern Asps also spawn in Oasis, but kill a couple of them until you get an Asp Poison Sac, not a Snake Venom Sac. So I'm going to kill a couple of Cistern Asps and then go find a port. And there we go, an Asp Poison Sac. Now all I need to do is get a port over to the west end of the planet and hope that I can actually loot the rest of the items in this quest. So first of all, this is going to be my first video not only in Stonebrunt Mountains, but also in the Warrens. And these are two zones that are kind of unique, but also really cool in their own way. To get to them, you have to go through Payneal, just like you're going to the Hole. And the Warrens is like the Kobold City underneath Payneal, which is pretty cool. It has some of the best loot for the level that it's available at. Obviously someone's in here hunting, probably collecting teeth, because there is a teeth quest. But the thing about... oh look, here's a guildie. The thing about the Warrens and Stonebrunt is that these were the first zones on Live to include something called the Trivial Loot Code, which is where if a mob can't give you experience, then it won't give you good loot either. I've just gotten lost. So if you can't get experience for a mob, then you will also not get any no drop or quest loot. So what that does is it cuts down on high level people farming easy stuff for their alts, which also makes these zones... so let's see here. We've got the Cave Bat Lord, who is level 22, very green to me, and he has a possibility of an uncommon drop of a Azar's Dreadful Hat. And if Trivial Loot Code is in, then I've got no chance of seeing it. The common loot will still drop. Yep, Cave Bat Lord was trivial challenge for your party, which means it will not drop any cool stuff for me. Oh good, there's a couple of people in here, which means maybe I can help them out, and they'll help me get the items I need for my sword. Which, I mean, I'm just going to give away anyway, so I might as well just help one of them get it. Excellent. So it looks like there is actually a level 28 ranger who already has somebody helping him out, but I'm going to run into the zone and see what I can find. So the thing is, two of the items for the quest are forageable. So the ideal person for this quest is like a mid to late 20s ranger, so that you can track, you have access to your fear kiting, because you have to kill pandas and tigers, and also forage. I have my forage set up to happen periodically anyway. And if you haven't ever seen Stonebrunt Mountains, it is a huge zone. Obviously, takes some cues from the Kunark zones, and this is part of the reason why people on progression servers will see Stonebrunt and Warrens as soon as the server launches, because it's part of the Otis Island, but Project 1999 puts the Warrens and Stonebrunt Mountains in their chronological place, which makes the zones make sense, because these textures and these trees, these are Kunark era, and the size of the zone is Kunark era. It's also a really good idea to get yourself some levitate if you have it. Actually, I'm just going to keep my cloak on. Well, apparently the mature pandas still give experience at level 52, so that doesn't count as a trivial challenge. So I might actually be able to complete this, as long as I can get a tiger skin. Awesome. So you actually can get the tiger skins even with the trivial loot code. So that is 2 items down. Of course, you actually need 2 tiger skins, 2 panda claws, and 2 asp poison sacks. So I'm not going to be able to complete this quest on this run anyway. Alright, I have 1 set of panda claws. I did promise this to my ranger buddy who's in the zone with me, so maybe he'll be able to complete this quest today. Even if I can't complete the quest, completing a tour of Stonebrunt Mountains is still important, and you can't have a tour of Stonebrunt Mountains without talking about the town in the middle of it. If you are here at the appropriate level to be leveling up in Stonebrunt Mountains, it's kind of a double-edged sword, because it does have vendors and a couple of quests, but as you'll notice, the guards here don't really do much in terms of protecting people who come in. So they're not going to fight off anything in this zone, except I think the heretics. If you pull a heretic up to them, they might fight it for you. Here's Yuio Kaleo, who we're trying to do the quest to save. A bunch of people who are sick. I think the quest starts here. Please speak to Kanza Aisla. There's also the Spirit Aid quest, where you purify things from the Tower of Frozen Shadow, which is kind of cool that it's linked to a Valios zone. Also, in terms of just the way the zone is set up, it goes uphill from south to north, and generally the mobs get stronger the farther north you get. Generally. There are obviously some exceptions to that. Well, I just got my 2nd tiger skin, and confirmed, by the way, that the tiger skins do drop off of the Highland tigers. And also I ran into one of the elder spirits of Stonebrunt, Snowbeast, he cons indifferent. He is a big saber-toothed leopard, and he and the other rare spawn mobs in Stonebrunt all drop something for specific quests for either Iridin or Paniel. So, useless to me, but if you've got like a Iridite Shadow Knight, definitely worth coming here and killing those guys. So it turns out the other ranger in here who's working on this, who is an appropriate level to be working on it, yeah, level 29, also only grabbed 1 asp poison sack. And I was going to give away the sword when I got it anyway, so I am just going to give him my asp poison sack, as well as the claws that I just picked up. And we're going to watch him finish the quest. So here's the venom sack, and here is the claws. He has already foraged the Kajekan palm fruit and the bamboo shoot. So he has just got to go talk to Kanza Aisla, get the bag, and turn in and get the sword. So you come over to Kanza Isla, say, I will fetch them for you, and she gives you a bag, an 8-slot burlap satchel, and you put into that your 2 panda claws, 2 tiger skins, 2 asp venom sacs, the Kajekan palm fruit, and the bamboo shoot. Combine and give it back to Isla, and she gives you a vial of healing liquid that you give back to Jolly. And then you get yourself a couple of awesome wakizashis that proc an 80-point direct damage spell, which is just insane. At level 20, it procs. So Hendrik is good to go. Look at that. 622 with Spirit Strike at level 20. And his other wakizashi is actually Flame Song, which is a really cool ranger-only sword that I'm going to have to get one of. And that is it for this short adventure into Stonebrunt. If I can get some corrupted spirit items from the Tower of Frozen Shadow, I will be back. Also, it's worth noting that if you're in your early to mid-20s, there are lots of really good quests in here. There's one for a haste sash that is a good standby until you can get a flowing black silk sash. There's a headband quest. There's stuff for faction with Iridan. And like I said earlier, there are some high-level erudite good and evil quests to do with the 3 high-level mobs that spawn in the zone. But I am going to run over to the hole and hopefully get some experience today. Until next time, bye.